What's up, what's up? Sik Sensei here, bringing you some try-hard gameplay. And it's more about the length than anything. I had some people here and there ask me, or actually more like mention, especially in the live stream, "Oh, Sensei, I bet you only snipe because it's easy in Modern Warfare 3. Well, on the contrary, this is kind of what, this type of gameplay is what made me go to sniping, try it out in Black Ops, because I'm not going to lie to you, I mean, I used to get doggies at least every other game, if not every game. And, you know, in a sense that got boring, I discovered YouTube and discovered this quick scoping business. And I started trying it out and I actually enjoyed myself. And it kind of revamped Call of Duty for me and made it fun again, along with the whole YouTube thing. But today we're not going to talk a whole lot about the try-hard gameplay. Just kind of proving those people wrong that I do know what I'm doing with the red guns and everything. But today I want to let you guys know that right now, things are kind of like madness in my life right now. So this week, no Startup X. I'm sorry about that, guys. We just don't have the time to do it, honestly. We don't have any kind of time. For one, my baby, Kylie, she got diagnosed with colic. Now, if you don't know what that means, it's nothing serious. It's something she's going to easily grow out of. But basically it means she's an inconsolable baby. She has no coping mechanism. And again, she's going to grow out of it. It's nothing serious. It's just the fact that she sits and screams pretty much from 5 in the afternoon to 10 at night, like every day. So it's like after I get off of work, there's like no time to do anything. It's just a matter of taking care of her, trying to make her feel as good as, you know, feel comfortable, and hopefully in the next like 2 or 3 weeks, you know, we can move past this, and you know, that's when she's supposed to grow out of this whole thing. So it's unfortunate. It's just one of those things where, you know, you got to step up and be a big boy, and got to you gotta handle my business, you know. Gotta do what I gotta do, and that's what it is. And these past 2 weeks, I've been running a different role at my job right now, so that's kind of putting a lot of extra stress on me right now. Working late, things like that. So again, I apologize, you guys. I haven't been doing a whole lot of things with YouTube, but if you could help me out, that would be tremendous. I will have some time here and there to do something. You know, tell me what you want. Do you want a drop zone tutorial on like C-Town or something like that, or do you want? I mean, what do you like to see? Do you want us to focus on getting a Startup X up next week? I do have you guys' gameplays. Don't worry about that. You know, would you like to see a Startup X next week for sure? I mean, we're definitely going to try to do it regardless. But I mean, is that what you guys would like to see us focus on as far as spending the small amount of time that I have? I want to put it to what you guys want. You know, that's what I do it for. The whole reason I do the whole YouTube thing is to bring you guys gameplay, because and tips and tricks, because I think I have maybe a little something to offer, and you know, and just to communicate with you guys. I love the community that is involved in YouTube, and that's like my favorite part, is reading the comments and replying to you guys, and hitting up the Twitter, and you know, that's my favorite part of this whole thing. That's why I absolutely adore YouTube, is just getting to meet people, you know, all over the world, and different cultures, you know, and I get to meet people, or not like physically meet, but I get to conversate with people from Great Britain and Scotland, and you know, I would never even get to talk to, never get to, you know, interact with those people. So that's why I love YouTube. That's why I absolutely love it. But right now, like I said, sorry, next couple weeks are going to be madness for me again. You know, the baby thing, and I just had a death in the family, so that's why we didn't do Startup. That's another reason we didn't do Startup X this week. It's just right now it just seems like nonstop, and it's time for old Sik Sensei to step up, be a man, and take care of what I got to do as far as, you know, just as far as life is, you know, and can't play so much right now. But again, hopefully it'll all be over soon. Not over, right? I got a girl. I got to take care of my daughter. But hopefully the screaming and the, you know, I want to see her smile sometimes. I want to see her, I want to hear her laughter. You know, I can't wait. I'm looking forward to all of those times. And we just got to push through and do what's best. Right now, as you can see in the gameplay, I just wanted to see how, I don't even know if I was on a mob streak right now or not. I did not get a mob this game, spoiler, but maybe I was on one. That's why I started skipping over the tags, because we are getting kind of close to finishing off the game. But yeah, these guys kind of sucked. In addition to, you know, just pretty decent connection, pretty good gun game. But as far as like, life and things like that go, it kind of leads me to another subject I want to do a whole nother commentary on, but it looks like I'm going to have plenty of time to do it here. When I raise my kids, I want to kind of train them on the whole thing about there's a time to play, there's a time to work, and right now for me in these past couple months it's really been time to work. But in order to do that, I was thinking about other situations that could lead to those types of those types of values. And for one, for me, it's always been kind of cursing. If you play with me, you know that I tend to curse when I tend to rage a little bit when I play Call of Duty at some bullshit. Of course, Call of Duty is absolutely littered with nonsense between Connection, Taliban Pro, just Final Stand itself is absolutely ignorant. You know, even Martyrdom, but I can deal with Martyrdom. I understand the whole death streak thing. I get it. Like, you want to give people the boost. But, I mean, juiced and give them that extra bullet damage, all of those things are cool. When you actually give them something lethal for a death streak, I mean, I don't understand it. The other nonsense thing is the stealth bomber being on support. And I think EMP is still a little low. I think it's either needs to be cut in half on the time. You know, a minute of nothing, you know, getting none of your stuff is just... You know, all he had to do was play the objective and bank a couple kills throughout an entire game, and he gets to shut all my shit down for an entire minute, which is, you know, in some cases, 1/5 of the entire gameplay. That's just, you know, I just think it's a little overpowered for where it is. But nonetheless, I still have fun with Call of Duty. Like I said earlier, the reasons I have fun with Call of Duty is because I do different things. I like sniping. I like you know, trying different weapons. I got the Model 18 Gold just because I challenged myself. I said, I want to do this. It's going to spice the game up for me. It's going to force me to play in a different way, and I love doing that. But I got off topic. I was talking about cursing. You know, I curse a lot when I play Call of Duty, but when I go to work, I don't curse. You know, when I'm around my parents, even to this day, I'm 25 years old, I don't really curse just because I find it disrespectful. And for my kids, I kind of want to raise them with the same values as far as cursing goes. It's okay, right? I started cursing at 9 years old. I think it was about that time. And overall, I mean, it's not a big deal to curse. I think it's just an expression, but there's a time and a place for it. Just like I said earlier, a time and a place to work, a time and a place to play, you know, a time and a place for jokes and laughter. It's something I've grown up and actually had to learn. I was actually not all that good about the jokes. I used to joke in really, really, you know, situations that it may not have been always logical to joke around in those situations. But, you know, as you get older, you learn, you get wiser about, you know, reading situations and things like that. And I think if I raise my kids with the values that cursing is something, one of those things that you can do around friends, you can do in social situations, but you want to treat it with respect because it's going to make you look bad if you do it in the wrong situations, like class, around their parents, which would be me. I don't want to hear them doing that. It's just I don't want to see them as a lower class type of person like that in general public situations. But anyway, guys, that's the end of the gameplay. I believe this is a pretty old gameplay, but I recorded it because I knew people always asking me about, you know, I bet you only snipe because it's easy and blah, blah, blah. And that's not the case, guys. 68 and 5, I think that says. Anyway, I'm Sik Sensei. Thank you, guys, and I'm out. Peace.